Dear children, in this video we are going to see about output devices. Here we can see the various output devices like monitor, plotter, printer, speaker and projector. These output devices are used to display the output information. First let's see about monitor. As we know, monitor is the most commonly used output device, which is used to display the information, output information. Actually, this monitors looks like television. So here in this monitor, we can form the images by combination of thousands and thousands of pixels. Thousands and thousands of pixels. What is pixel? Pixel is one individual small element of a picture called pixel. In this image you can see the pixel, one single part, one single dot is called as a pixel, which is simply called it as PEL. PEL means picture element. So like this thousands and thousands of pixels formed a single image. These monitors may be either monochrome monitor or color monitor. Monochrome means we can see the image only in black and white, which are called black and white monitors. In olden days, we have used only the monochrome monitors. But nowadays, we are using color monitors. We can see the images in colors, with multiple colors. Actually, there are different types of monitors available. Here given only 3 different types of monitors. First one is CRT monitor, which is cathode ray tube. Second, LCD monitor, liquid crystal display. And last one is LED monitor, light emitting diodes. All these 3 monitors images are given here. First let's see about CRT monitor, which works based on the concept of cathode ray tubes. So it is called it as CRT monitors. Its size was very big size. Its backside looks like a dome, the same structure format of cathode ray tube. The structure and concept, everything constructed based on CRT only. So it is called CRT monitors. But here we are not able to see the images in more realistic manner. So next one is LCD monitor, liquid crystal display, which works based on the concept of liquid crystals. With the help of liquid crystal only display the informations on the monitors. So here the size is reduced to thin flat size. Just we can fix it in the wall also. Here in this LCD we can see the image in more realistic manner than this CRT monitor. Next one is LED monitor, light emitting diodes. In this monitor we are having thousands and thousands of LED lights. So we can see the images in different angles. But in this LCD monitor, we are not able to see the images in different angles. Next, in LED monitor, we can produce the images in more realistic with the sharper colors of images. That is advantage of LED monitors. These 3 monitors works with the help of VGA card. What is that VGA card? Video Graphics Array Card. This VGA card is used to feed output information to the display device. So this, with the help of VGA card only, it can feed the output information from computer to monitor. So this VGA card is an interface between the computer and display monitor. So VGA card acts as an interface between computer and display monitor. This is the image for video card. Next, nowadays this video cards, this VGA cards incorporate with the motherboard itself. So the first computer monitor released by Xerox Alto Computer System is important. First monitor released by Alto Computer System in the year of 1973. Second output device is plotter. Here this is the image for plotter. This plotter is used to produce graphical output images on papers or flat materials including plywood, aluminum, sheet steel, cardboard and plastic with high resolution. Here we can print the information in any type of materials with any size of materials. Nowadays, we can display the banner with the help of plotter only. Here in this plotter, we are having different types of pens, like single color with multicolor pens. With the help of this pen only, we can draw the images. Next output device is printer. Previous one we have seen about plotter. This plotter is used to print the output information on different types of materials with a different size. Here we can print the information only on papers. Here there are two different types of printers. One is impact printer and second one is non-impact printers. First let's see about impact printers. These printers print with the striking of hammers or pins on the ribbon. So here this is the image for hammer. In front of the hammer we are having ribbon. Ribbon is there. With the help of mechanical pressure, the hammer will works to print the information on the paper. When you give high mechanical pressure on the hammer, with the help of ribbon can print the information on the papers. Here given two different types of printers. One is dot matrix printer. Second one is line matrix printers. Dot matrix printer prints using a fixed number of pins or wires. Here in this dot matrix we have some fixed number of pins and wires. The help of these pins and wires only it can print the information. The printed information looks like a dot, so it is called it as dot matrix printer. The printing speed of this dot matrix printer is 30 to 1550 character per second. So next the image of this dot matrix printer. Here the printed information just looks like a dot matrix. Next one is line matrix printer. Line matrix printer contains fixed print head. So with the help of fixed print head, it can print the information in the form of wide line of dots. So information looks like a line of dots. So it is called it as line matrix printer. So here also we are using that same mechanism of dot matrix, mechanical pressure. When we give mechanical pressure on the fixed print head, the help of carbon papers, it can print the information on the papers. So by using this printer, we can print more than 1000 lines per minute. So we can print more number of papers per day and per hours. So in olden days, most of the offices, schools, colleges use this type of printers. This is the image for line matrix printer. Next we can see non-impact printer. This non-impact printer not having this striking mechanism. It is not using this striking mechanism. Here there is no hammer also. This is image for non-impact printer, which is laser printer only. So laser printer which is used this laser light. This non-impact printers works with the help of light energy. So it is also called it as electrostatic or laser technology. So due to light energy, it can print the information in very faster manner with a good quality of images than impact printers. Here given two different examples for non-impact printers, laser printer and inkjet printer. First let's see about laser printer. Laser printer works the same technology of photocopier. So in this laser printer we are having drum. With the help of laser beam, it can scan back and forth across the drum. This drum is inside the printer. This is a printer. This drum located inside the printer. When we pause this laser beam, it can scan back and forth across the drum. So it can build the patterns in different form. Based on that concept, it can print the information on the papers also. So it can produce more good quality of graphic images with a high resolution. What is the high resolution means? How many dots we can produce per inch. That is DPI. DPI means dot per inch. So when number of dots increases, the resolution also increases. So here we can print 1200 dots per inch. So we can produce high resolution of images. Next, what is the capacity of this laser printer? The laser printer can print 100 pages per minute. That is 100 pages per minute. ppm means pages per minute it can print. Next we can see about inkjet printer. In this inkjet printer we have 4 different colors of cartridges like magenta, yellow, cyan and black cartridge. By the combination of magenta, yellow and cyan we can make color tones, and with the help of black cartridge we can make monochrome toner, which is for black and white. So here this works based on the concept of spraying ionized. What is that ionized concept? When we heat the iron rods, it can explode the ink towards the paper in the form of bubbles in jet speed. So it is called it as inkjet printer. This technology is called it as piezoelectricity. Piezo means it is Greek word. So the inkjet printer can spread millions of dots of iron ink at a paper every single second. So next, what is the speed of this inkjet printer? The inkjet printer can print the information from 1 to 20 pages per minute. But when you compare to laser printer, its speed is less only. It can print only 1 to 20 pages per minute. Next output device is speaker. The speaker can produce voice output, which is called it as audio. So the computer can provide voice output. Nowadays we can see this speaker in most common places like airlines, schools, banks, railway stations, etc. This is the image for speaker. Next, another output device is multimedia projectors. These multimedia projectors are used to produce computer output on a big screen. Nowadays you can see this projector concept in cinema theaters. So with the help of projector only we are seeing the movies in very large size of screen. These multimedia projector display presentations used in presentation in meetings, halls, classrooms, conference hall, etc. So image for simple multimedia projector. Booting of computer. Booting means how to initialize or start the computer to work with that. If the user wants to interact with the computer hardware components, we must need operating system, which is a software and interface between user and computer hardware. So which is located in secondary storage device, which is all user application program, operating system, system related programs and users data, everything will be stored in the secondary storage device only. Why we have to store all those things in the secondary storage? Actually, main memory, which is called it as primary memory, it is also called RAM, random access memory, which is volatile memory. Volatile means once the power switched off, all data will be deleted from the memory. So we must need to store all the information in the secondary storage device. So to work with the computer components, we must bring the operating system from secondary storage to main memory. Who will bring the operating system from secondary storage to main memory? First, when the user switched on the computer, first the control goes to motherboard. In this mother device, which is RAM. This RAM contains some pre-written program which is called power on self-test program, post program, which will be executed first. When the program executes, this will check all the computer input output devices are connected properly or not and ready to work or not. If all the devices are ready to operate, this will execute the BIOS program. BIOS means basic input output system program will be executed. This process is called booting process. Then a program called bootstrap loader, which transfer our operating system from secondary storage to main memory. So now the system is ready to work. So this process is called booting process. Now we are initialization process or starting of computer process called booting process. Actually there are two types of booting. One is cold booting and second one is warm booting. Cold booting means starting the system from initial stage, from switch on state. It's called cold booting. Warm booting means while working with the computer, due to some interrupt or some hanging process or some error, the user need to restart the system by pressing restart button or alt control delete etc. So this process is called warm booting or soft booting. Next we can see book information. An operating system is a basic software that makes the computer to work. We must need operating system to work with the computer hardware components. When the computer switched on, there is no information on its RAM. There is no information. RAM means primary storage device. At the same time, ROM, secondary storage, contains pre-written program called post program, power on self-test program, which is executed first. This program checks if the devices like RAM, keyboard, monitor, etc. are connected properly and ready to execute. So if these devices are ready to operate, then the BIOS program will be executed. This process is called booting process. Thereafter, a program called Bootstrap Loader. Bootstrap Loader transfer operating system from hard disk. Hard disk means secondary storage into main memory, which is primary memory. Now the OS gets loaded and will get executed. Next, there are two types of booting. One is cold booting and second one is warm booting. Cold booting means when the system starts from initial stage, it is switched on state, which is called cold booting or hot booting. Next, warm booting. When the system restarts or when reset button is pressed, we call it warm booting or soft booting. The system does not start from initial state, from switched on state. No need to start from the switch on state. And all diagnostic test means no need to check all the devices are connected properly or not. So need not be carried out in this case. There are chances of data loss and system damage, as the data might have been stored properly. Because while working with the system only, we are in need to restart the system. So working data will be get lost and damage also may be happened in the system.